So we have 3 models in the 4000 series, and really from a go-to-market strategy and value proposition standpoint, the 4000 series, we like to think of them as sort of mini 16 Ultras. There's a lot of trickle-down technology from the 16 Ultra family that we've brought to the 4000 series. The amp platform is very similar. The Bluetooth app is the same. The front panel display is the same. We just took a little bit of power out of the amplifier. We have a slightly smaller driver, but again, the DSP chipset, the amplifier platform, the smartphone app, the credit card remote, all those things sort of trickled down from the 16 Ultra because a lot of customers were asking us for, hey, do you have a slightly more affordable, slightly smaller version of the 16 Ultra? We really want that. The 16 Ultra is just a little bit too much for my application. And the answer is yes, and that was really, we sort of reimagined the predecessor to the 4000 series, which was the 13 Ultra, and said, what if we were able to trickle down the 16 Ultra technology into the 4000 series? So that's exactly what we did. The SB4000, that's a little bit smaller than the SB16 Ultra. It's got a 13.5-inch driver instead of a 16-inch driver. It has 1200 watts instead of 1500 watts. And it's lighter and the footprint's a little smaller. So again, you can fit it into more spots, and it's more right-sized for a medium-sized room than maybe the SB16 is. But again, many of the attributes and sound quality and performance are very similar to the SB16 Ultra. Same thing with the PB4000. The PB4000 is the large ported box in the 4000 series. And again, it's a slightly smaller version, if you will, of the PB16 Ultra. It has triple 3.5-inch ports, it has variable tuning, it has a 13.5-inch driver, a 1200 watt amp, again the same amp platform and technology as the 16 Ultra. So what's sort of the value proposition of the PB16? Same thing. It has huge low-end output capability, more so than the SB4000. It's appropriate for large open spaces where you really need to pressurize the entire room, and you don't mind a larger cabinet and a bigger footprint in the system. The PC4000 has essentially the same performance as the PB4000. It's a ported subwoofer, has a bottom firing 13.5-inch driver, same driver as the PB4000. Triple 3.5-inch ports, they fire out the top instead of out the front. And what's the real strength of the PC form factor? Well, you can see the footprint's only 16.5 inches in diameter. So this subwoofer has the same performance as the PB4000 with a much smaller footprint. So for customers who say, I really need the performance of the high-end big ported box, but I don't have the floor space for it. I just don't have the footprint. I can't fit it in the room. It's going to stick out into the traffic patterns. The PC4000 is your guy. This is the subwoofer that, again, essentially duplicates the same performance as the PB4000. You can see, where do we get the enclosure volume from? We get it from height. Okay, so instead of a big, huge footprint, we have a tall subwoofer. There's a lot of enclosure volume in here. We got, again, top firing ports, bottom firing woofer, amplifier mounted on the back side. So this thing, very, very high low-end output capability with a small footprint. It will fit in a lot of different spots in the room, and that's sort of the strength of the PC form factor. Same performance as the PB, smaller footprint.